Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Chelsea working on Xavi Simons, Joel Hato, and 12 more transfers as Enzo Moresca shapes the new era at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea Football Club are in the midst of one of their most aggressive and meticulous summer transfer windows in recent memory. With just a few weeks left before the window slams shut on September 1st, the West London Giants are still far from finished. While over £230 million has already been splashed on fresh talents to strengthen Enzo Moresca's new-look squad, Chelsea are still pursuing multiple key targets, with no signs of slowing down. At the heart of Chelsea's remaining business are two standout Dutch talents, Xavi Simons and Joel Hato. The club is pushing hard to finalize deals for both players in what could be two of the most impactful additions to the Stamford Bridge roster this summer. Netherlands Xavi Simons, the dream winger closer than ever. Chelsea are preparing an official bid to RB Leipzig for Xavi Simons, and talks are progressing positively. A broad agreement on personal terms has already been reached with the player and his representatives. The only piece left is an agreement between the clubs on a transfer fee. Simons, who spent last season on loan at Leipzig from PSG, has made it clear he wants Chelsea. Sources close to the Netherlands international claim he was a childhood fan of the Blues, and sees Stamford Bridge as the perfect stage to take his career to the next level. Bayern Munich remain interested in the 22-year-old, but Chelsea currently lead the race with an edge in negotiations. There is genuine confidence that the deal will be wrapped up before deadline day. Joel Hato, Chelsea set to complete defensive coup. Another Dutchman is also expected to arrive in West London soon. Joel Hato, the highly rated 19-year-old Ajax defender, is on the verge of sealing a move to Chelsea. A fee of around £37 million has been agreed between the clubs, and Hato is now scheduled to fly to London to undergo a medical and finalize personal terms. Chelsea view Hato as a future cornerstone of the defense, with his maturity, passing range, and leadership at such a young age attracting serious admiration from the Chelsea hierarchy. A transfer carousel, 12 more deals in the works. Beyond the headline targets of Simons and Hato, Chelsea are involved in no fewer than a dozen other transfer operations, both incomings and outgoings, as they attempt to refine their squad before September. Expected departures. Renato Vega, signed earlier this summer, Vega is already set to be sold. Atletico Madrid were front-runners, but talks have stalled. However, several clubs across England, Germany, and Italy are still monitoring him. Axel Disasi and Ben Chilwell, both defenders, have been told they are not in Moresca's plans and are expected to leave. However, as it stands, concrete interest is limited. Kani Chukwuemeka, after an impressive loan spell at Borussia Dortmund, the 21-year-old wants a permanent return to Germany. Chelsea would prefer to sell, but Dortmund want another loan. Talks are ongoing, but RB Leipzig had also inquired during Simons' negotiations. Leslie Ugarcu, the French midfielder, has attracted interest from Spain, with several La Liga clubs in talks over a potential move. Armando Broja, both Stuttgart and RB Leipzig have expressed interest in signing the Albanian striker permanently. Broja is keen to leave in search of regular playing time. Raheem Sterling, after a loan spell at Arsenal, Sterling wants a fresh challenge abroad. He's being monitored by clubs in Germany and Saudi Arabia. Christopher Nkunku, the Frenchman, has told Chelsea he wants to leave after just 2 seasons. Despite his injury issues, he remains a wanted man across Europe and in the Premier League. Expected loans. Mamadou Sarr and Kendry Porres, both are heading to Strasbourg on season-long loans to continue their development under Blue Echo's multi-club model. Chelsea have already had success with similar loans, such as André Santos and George Petrovic. Mike Penders, already confirmed to Strasbourg for the 2024-25 season. Aaron Anselmino, played just 2 minutes for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. He's expected to go out on loan to gain experience. Marc Guiu, with the arrivals of João Pedro and Liam Delap, the Spanish striker is now surplus to first-team requirements for the season and is likely heading out on loan. Counterclockwise arrows: more signings after Simons and Hato? While the club's immediate priority is to get both Dutch stars across the line, there remains a buzz around Chelsea potentially making more signings this summer. One name that refuses to disappear is Alejandro Garnacho. The Manchester United winger has long been admired by Chelsea's recruitment team, and although talks have not yet advanced, insiders claim the interest is genuine and persistent. Chelsea's transfer model, spearheaded by sporting directors Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley, focuses on securing young, high-potential players, and Garnacho fits that mold perfectly. Whether a deal happens this summer or in the future, he remains a serious target. Moneybag the numbers so far. As of late July, Chelsea's summer transfer spend stands at approximately £238 million, excluding add-ons. Outgoings have raised just under £160 million, with more to come. Samuel Smith's £6.5 million switch to Strasbourg was the 8th permanent departure this window, and several more are in the pipeline. While the club's spending spree has raised eyebrows, Chelsea remain within the boundaries of their financial model due to smart structuring of payments and selling players at the right time. The club continues to walk a fine line with PSR, profit and sustainability rules, but is confident it will remain compliant. The bigger picture, Moresca's blueprint. New head coach Enzo Moresca has been pivotal in shaping the profile of players being pursued this summer. The Italian tactician is keen on technically gifted, tactically intelligent individuals who can thrive in his structured, possession-heavy system. With Moresca implementing new training ground ideas, including a meticulous positional play philosophy, Chelsea need players who can adapt quickly and contribute to a cohesive unit. That's why targets like Simons, Hato, and Garnacho are being chased. They offer skill, discipline, and flexibility. And that's why players like Desai, Chilwell, and Vega are being pushed out. They don't fit the system. End with left arrow above. Final thoughts. The final push begins. With just over a month remaining in the summer window, Chelsea are nowhere near done. The next few weeks will define not just their 2024-25 season, but potentially the next era of the club. If Chelsea manage to land Simons and Hato, offload unwanted stars like Nkunku, Chilwell, and Broha, and sneak in a surprise signing like Garnacho, the club will not only have completed a sensational summer, but might just be on the verge of something special. For now, it's back to the negotiating table for the Blues, who continue to be the most active and unpredictable force in European football's transfer market. Chelsea £35.5 million deal for Ajax wonderkid Jorel Hato in 7th summer signing as Moresca's defensive puzzle takes shape. Chelsea have officially agreed a deal to sign Ajax's 19-year-old defensive prodigy Jorel Hato, in what marks yet another bold addition to their ambitious summer recruitment drive. The West London club, now under the stewardship of Enzo Moresca, continues to shape a youthful and dynamic squad built for both the present and future, and Hato is the latest gem to join the project. According to Sky Sports News, the Blues will pay an initial £35.5 million for the Netherlands international, with additional performance-related add-ons structured into the deal. The final package could eventually approach the £50 million mark, but Chelsea are understood to have beaten down Ajax's original £52 million valuation after prolonged negotiations. The talented teenage centre-back is expected to fly to London in the coming days to undergo a medical and sign a long-term contract at Stamford Bridge. Hato was conspicuously absent from Ajax's squad in the recent Como Cup final, a decision said to have been made in order to avoid any risk of injury before completing the high-profile move. A strategic signing for the future, and the present. Jorel Hato's arrival is far from a surprise to those closely following Chelsea's aggressive youth-first transfer model. The Blues have made it a point of emphasis to bring in top emerging talent on low base wages with highly incentivized contracts, a strategy spearheaded by the club's new ownership and long-term sporting vision. While only 19 years old, Hato already boasts over 100 senior appearances for Ajax, captaining the Dutch Giants as a teenager, a rare feat for a player of his age. He also has 6 caps for the Netherlands senior team, which speaks volumes about his maturity, tactical intelligence, and technical proficiency. Chelsea view Hato as more than just a centre-back. His ability to slot in at left-back also makes him an invaluable asset to Moresca's system. With Marc Cucurella having played nearly 70 matches across club and country last season, depth in the left-sided defensive area was becoming a concern. Hato now becomes Chelsea's 7th signing of a blockbuster summer window, following the arrivals of João Pedro, Liam Delap, Jamie Gittins, Estevao Willian, Dario Isugo, and Mamadou Sarr. The Blues are clearly planning ahead for a long season that includes Premier League, UEFA competitions, and the aftermath of their FIFA Club World Cup success. Patrick Rowe